the Members' Allowance Scheme 24-25. This item was referred forward, or deferred I should say, from the previous meeting. Although it was moved at the previous meeting, I believe we need to move it again. So can I see Councillor Swords to formally move it, and it being seconded by Councillor Carter. Councillor Swords, I'll hand straight over to you.
I have nothing to add to that which I said at the previous meeting, Chair. It's an officer report that's come forward to be considered by full council.
Thank you. Councillor Carter.
Nothing to say at this time.
Thank you. Is there any debate? Councillor Morrison.
Chair, I call for a roll call or name vote. Thank you.
You can do that, but you'd need to follow standing orders to do that and have the relevant number of members standing in place next to you.
Chair.
You can indeed. What's the point of order?
Under 12(1)H, the question be put.
Point of order, Chair.
I think I'll deal, as per the Constitution, with the points of order in the order that they're made. So 12.1, that the question be now put, is a relevant motion. Does it override?
1H. So move without notice.
Yeah, it can be.
It can be. So it just needs to.
How the vote is taken.
Yeah. It don't have to be voted, won't it? It would have to be voted, won't it? Voted through. If it's
and what happens? And what happens if it's approved?
It will be. We can put the question, can't we? But still do a vote.
You could still have to go for a vote. We'd still have to go through the voting process. Okay, so reading the Constitution, we would have to vote immediately on that the question be put. That would be by a simple show of hands. At that point, we will still have to move to the vote. So those in favour that the question be now put. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14. And those against? Okay. I believe that's carried. That's carried. Okay, we then turn to the point of order that Councillor Mullard was about to move.
Chair, I stand to call for this to be a name vote.
Okay.
Can the others please stand with me?
Okay, there's more than 7, so that is a legitimate call for a named vote, in which case I must hand over to the monitoring officer.
Good evening, members. I will call names and ask that you indicate for, against, or if you abstain. Councillor Daniel Brown. No.
Yeah, she said 4.
4. Councillor David Carter.
4.
Thank you. Councillor Joel Charles.
4.
Councillor Jodie Dunn.
Against.
Councillor Tony Durkin.
Against.
Councillor Tony Edwards.
Against.
Councillor Mike Garnett.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Emma Ghaffari.
4.
Thank you. Councillor James Griggs.
Against.
Councillor Alistair Gunn.
4.
Councillor Michael Hardware.
4.
Councillor Michael Houlihan.
Against.
Councillor Maggie Hallcoat.
Against.
Councillor Mark Ingle.
Against.
Councillor Andrew Johnson.
Abstain.
Councillor James Leppard. Councillor Sue Livings. Councillor Kay Morrison.
Against.
Councillor Stefan Molotov.
The Leader of the Council times his salary by 3 times, nearly 3 times. I'm voting against.
Councillor Aidan O'Dell.
Against.
Councillor Russell Perrin.
Abstain.
Councillor Nicky Purse. Councillor Matthew Saggers. Councillor Stacey Seals. Councillor Lainey Shears. Councillor Jake Shepherd.
Against.
Councillor Dan Swords. Nancy Watson's not here, is she? No. That's it.
Nancy Watson's not
Here, absent.
Okay, I've just had the monitoring officers double check the count. The count is 4-12, against 12, abstentions 3. Therefore, this chamber has put me in the unenviable position, having abstained as the chair as is right with my vote, to make a casting vote. I'm conscious that this is a members' allowance scheme that has been recommended by an independent panel, and I'm conscious. Councillor Ingle, I do not make the rules, I enforce the rules. The rules have been correctly used. So whatever barracking you may wish to do, I'd invite you to stop. Therefore, given that this has been moved by the members' allowance scheme by the independent remuneration panel, and by law we must have a members' allowance remuneration scheme, I'm going to cast my casting vote in favour of the report to move forward. We move to item 5, the minutes.
Point of order, Chair.
What point of order?
Can you enlighten me how we ensure that residents can hear what all councillors have to say on such an issue when it is undebated? It does seem... I know you're about to say...
So, Councillor Stefan Mullard-Toll, can I ask you not to speak when I'm speaking? Of course. Yeah. To answer your question, that is not a point of order, but I'm sure you are eloquent enough to make sure that your point is heard across the town.
Oh, it will be. Thanks, Chair.
We move to the minutes of the previous meeting on the 17th of July 2024. Are there any issues with those, or can I see them agreed? In which case I will sign them. Communications from the Chair. I have a few things to note. Now I can't find my notes. That's okay, I've got a backup. What point of order?
Understand it. You just said that this was a recommendation.
Sorry, Tony, can you give me a point of order, please?
Well, the point of order is I'm querying your interpretation of what you've said in terms of the members' allowance scheme, because the
Tony, can you reference a point of order, please?
I'm trying to get what we were asked to consider this evening was a report.
Tony, I hate to tell you this, but that's not a point of order. Can you quote a point of order for me, and I'll look at the relevant passage of our standing orders?
Right. Can I have some advice for you as to what would be an appropriate point of order when the chair inadvertently has misspoken?
I don't believe the chair has misspoken, but I'm happy to talk to you about it afterwards.
No, because
Tony,
we have a situation whereby a report is presented.
Tony! Councillor Edwards, I have ruled.
It's been fine, I'm going.
There isn't much point in us being here if we can't debate.
Councillor, can I ask you to respect the chair and respect the rules of debate? I'm perfectly happy to allow debate using the standing orders. Councillor Mullard-Toll has used those standing orders to make his point quite eloquently. I'd encourage other councillors to do the same. Councillor Ingle, do you have a point of order?
I have points of order.
What's the point of order, please?
I don't have the reference number, but I can express it in language in just the way that Councillor Stephan did. You're saying that you will allow debate according to standing orders, but debate was stifled and you let it happen.
No. In line with standing orders, a motion to move to the debate was successfully moved and voted upon.
Nonetheless, no debate was had.
I think we can all see what debate happened, and people can watch the webcast and watch the recording and watch the use of standing orders. Standing orders have been used correctly. So the